Now, Jorge, that pro boxing debut for Nate came against Jake Paul last year. You, of course, had your pro boxing debut back in 2005, so this will be the second fight for both. How do you read Nate Diaz as a boxer from that one performance?
I don't think it was his best. I don't think he was in training for this dude. I don't blame him because Jake, who the fuck is Jake anyways, right? But I don't think Nate was in the type of shape that he was like when he fought me, you know? So on both of them, I didn't think it was the greatest performance.
Nate, what can you expect from Jorge Masvidal with the boxing gloves this time? How different will that be from preparing for him from an MMA standpoint?
You weren't gonna find out.
Yeah. This time. Jorge, directly after your victory, you said we are going to run it back. Here we are. Why now? Why professional boxing?
Yes, sir. First and foremost, thank God for this opportunity, for this moment. Thank everybody that came out here. Y'all could have been doing a million different things in Las Vegas, so appreciate you coming out and showing love. And y'all know what y'all gonna get June 1st, fucking nothing but violence, man. That's all I'm here for. I know you guys didn't show up to watch what I'm eating or none of that on June 1st, but nothing but straight violence, and that's all I'm gonna deliver. And why now this rematch? Because I was busy chasing world titles. I went and fought for the world title, then twice after that. We could have ran it back, but we couldn't come to an agreement. So here we are sometime later now in boxing, you know? So I can't wait to get in and fucking do my thing.
Nate, they're calling this last man standing. They could have called it unfinished business. We remember when that fight between you and Masvidal was stopped due to cuts. You had a lot more left in the tank that night. How much has 5 years built up inside of you to face off against Masvidal one more time?
Yeah, no, I'm just training hard always, ready to go for the next move. This is the biggest thing outside of what I was doing, so I'm getting ready to rock.
Nate, this will be your second professional boxing match, second straight pay-per-view headlining role. What does this say about your brand, about the fans that follow you to jump into this new sport and be right here, right now in this event?
Yeah, I train hard, and I always thought that it's not hard to just look like how you train. So I just try to go hard always, and big things keep popping.
What has changed
100.
in the rivalry since that fight?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Whatever that dude said. I didn't like the comments Nate said afterwards. You know, we're both men, we're both professional fighters, and he called me a coward. He said I shouldn't have took that belt, this and that. Man, take it up with the fucking referee, stop the fight. Take it with the doctor, stop the fight. I'm doing my fucking job, and that's to put as much hurting as I can on you. Now, if a medical professional deemed it that he said you can't go no further, you take it up with him. Don't call me a fucking coward, because I ain't never in my life tapped. Not a lot of people that got 50-something fights in their career could say that. I've gone to sleep before I fucking tapped. And I ain't saying this because all you motherfuckers is here, but I'd rather die before I give up in a fucking fight. And that's just how I am. That's just how I've been my whole life. So anybody that call me a coward on some shit, motherfucker, you know I'm the last coward in this motherfucker. I'm going to go with you with everything I got from when that bell rings till they call that damn fight off. And you felt it the first time, and you know you're going to get in shape for this one, because I'm coming to do the same thing. I ain't fucking Jake Paul. I ain't fucking Tony Ferguson. I'm a good athlete that's mean as fuck, man. Whether it be my upbringing or whether it be just how God made me, but I'm coming to take your head off clean every time. And there's nothing personal, but man, I want to fucking end you, bro. Just like I want to end everybody that gets in there with me.
Nate, you heard him. It does feel a little different this time around. There's still that respect there.
We're boxing this time, so it's a whole nother sport. We're dealing with a whole nother fight. Give a fuck what happened last time. We'll run it back in MMA too one day, but right now we're doing this, so it's a whole nother situation.
100% we could run it back in MMA. Definitely not against that. And this is a complete different sport. I dropped him twice. Last time one was a foot to the face and one was a shin to the rib. And that's not a lot in boxing now. And I know his forte, his bread and butter has always been the boxing. I've always felt I'm the best boxer to ever come out of the UFC, hands fucking down. So there's nothing better than getting to prove it against Nate, you know, so let's fucking go, man. I'm ready to rock and fucking roll and snatch a soul.
Well, the backyard for your first fight was in New York, and it ended abruptly, and you felt, like you said earlier, you had more gas in the tank. If that fight were to continue and you would have carried on, how would the rest of that fight have gone?
Yeah, it is what it is. I was just, bitter. I fucking lost, and then fucking that's how it was. I don't give a fuck. They stopped the fight. That's the rule. But I'll fight to the end of time. There ain't no stopping me ever. So, like I said, tank is full now. Tank was full then.
And Jorge, same question for you. I know we talked one-on-one, but for the people here, if that fight had carried on, you were looking real good in that fight. How would it have ended?
With my hand raised, 100%. I mean, I dictated the pace from the start, and I do my research on everybody I fight. You know, Nate has a hell of a chin. I know that. That's why I invested in his body early in that fight and dropped him with body shots. It's not like that. That doesn't just go away. You just don't get stronger as the fight goes on when you've been hit to the body. So, him saying that he would have won the fourth or fifth, man, shit. No, nobody knows, right? Because we fucking don't know. But I bet my life on it. I would have won it any time that you asked me.
We have time for one more.
Hey, you've been in a lot of wars, even more wars than Jorge's been in. In that Jake Paul fight, at times you even look disinterested. How much more do you have in the tank after all these wars you've been in heading into this fight? How much more do you have, as compared to your peak, to your prime? How much more do you still have left in the tank heading into this fight after all the wars?
Tank's full. And the only reason why he's like, I didn't want to fight him in Miami and all this shit, I didn't want to box his fucking ass. I want to fight him for real. I want to fight him in MMA, but that's the only thing he's allowed to do. So I'm gonna try to beat his ass the best I can in this shit, and then we'll go from there. And Tank's full.
Thank you.
Nate, does the rivalry end here with a win for you?
We'll see what happens.
Mike Heck from MMA Fighting. Question for Nate. I asked Jorge this earlier, so I wanted to get your input on this.
I don't know how this became my backyard, too. I thought this is your backyard.
Vegas, my backyard?
The fucking boxing. You keep saying, Vegas is my backyard. I understand that.